Who knows their full potential if you don't put yourself out there to have a go, to see what you're really capable of. I don't think any of us really ever knows what our ability and our potentiality is until we really put ourselves in places where it's uncomfortable, it's it's uneasy, it doesn't feel right, it's something new. Yeah, it's unfamiliar. The more we find unfamiliarity in life, the more we discover our ability to manage new things. I don't know how you can learn new experiences without that. Uh, I just I just don't know how you're going to do it. Um, because if you're not aware of it, every time you come to the edge of the cliff where you've got to do it and jump in, you might just turn away all the time because your feelings will scare you, or the way you've been conditioned will automatically turn you into a different decision and a response to the situation that you would like to have. And it's it's scary. It's yeah, it's really scary to go into places that you don't know if you're going to make it or not. You don't know if you're going to fail. You don't know if you're going to get rejected doing it. You don't know. You might feel disappointed. You might feel silly for doing it. You might feel like a clown for what you have to do. But that's good. I know people probably don't like to feel it, but sometimes we can get caught up in these feelings as a red light because we tend to get scared or we tend to fear, and when that fear comes up, we just give reason not to develop ourselves in it. And that's the only place you really develop is when you're doing something that you haven't done previously. You know, sometimes I think my theories and my views and the psychology or the passion um, that comes to me as far as seeking more understanding and more wisdom in life. You know, sometimes I think my theories are so simple. You know, there's a chance that can be missed through the simplicity. To me, they appear simple from my perspective because I've worked these issues out within my soul. I'm very aware of the process of what has to be done to develop many things. I've got many experiences I can draw on. If I want to build companies, I've got a lot of experience in that. Managing people, I've got a lot of experience in that. And I could go on and on about all the things I've put myself out there um, to do and to become, and how it's developed my soul into a more confident person from putting myself out there. And I'm not sure if the motive really matters, the reason why you get the wisdom. I don't think it matters as long as you get it in the end. It's like when I ended up at that rehab. My motive for going to rehab was a million miles away from what I learnt in rehab. And I learnt then that it doesn't matter what your motive is, as long as you get it. As long as you get it. And hopefully you don't harm others in that process. Or you don't do any damage to yourself, but as long as you master your own contentment within your soul. And you know that's probably a lifelong goal, especially for people that seek to put themselves out there to learn many things in life. There's so much to learn. When you go within your soul, there's a ton of stuff in there that you can dissect and evaluate and pull it apart and look at it and turn it inside out and sift through it. There is a heap of stuff. Um, but sometimes we get stuck on a feeling and a thought, and that's it. We won't go beyond it. You know, we'll go to a level, and that's the cutoff. That's the cutoff. It's like we get a little taste, and we become somewhat happy with it, and we close shop. But life still goes on. You're going to have another day tomorrow, and you're going to have another day the next day. I can't tell you how many times I've heard people, as an example, go into retirement too early and get bored with it. Or people that give up on things and thinking, oh well, that's it. I'll just retire here. You never just retire because you keep living. You can't retire from life. And the stuff I talk about is life stuff. It's deep within your soul, it's in your feelings, it's taking accountability, it's being aware when you blame people. And I've said it time and time again, it's complete hardcore accountability on every single level. Every single level. Everything you do. Every action you do, you contribute to the partnership in everything you do, everything. There's not one thing. And if there is things that come out of left field that just knocks you straight off the perch or we weren't expecting it, and that happens to everybody. Um, that's still your responsibility to deal with that. and to get over it and to forgive. Forgiveness plays a huge part in a comfortable soul. So going into these places that scares the shit out of us. It's okay. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to have doubt. It's okay to think, can I do this? Can I pull this off? What am I doing? It's okay to feel like you might just, pardon the punch, fuck it up. You might just fuck it up. You might fail. You might look stupid. That's okay. That's okay. You can find your feet in times like that. The alternative to that is a life becomes mundane. Familiarity breeds content. The more we can put ourselves in things that are not familiar, the more we learn new things. Some people maybe aren't wired to learn new things, or may not have a passion to learn new things. But I can say this: there's not too many people that I have come in contact with in a life that doesn't seek new adventures or would like dreams or imaginations that they've had within their soul and would like to create. Maybe it doesn't have to be all about money. It might be to have more confidence within yourself, or it might be to develop an artistic skill. It could be completing some kind of education. I think you get the gist. It could be anything, anything. It's not one thing. What I'm passionate about and what stirs my gravy, it doesn't apply to everybody else. But there's always something within a human being, and the only thing that stops people from learning new skills, it's that comfortability within their own framework of what they've been conditioned with, or their belief system. Break the belief system. Break it. Like fall into waters you've never been in. Go deep. Go into deep water. Go into rough seas. Go into places where you're going to be tested, and that's where you learn everything. That's where you learn the new skills. Like all my learnings come from my courage to work hard. Is it courage to work hard? No, maybe that's not. No, it's not courage to work hard. It's my ability to work hard. But in that work of working hard, I discovered things of what I needed to do to master the skill that I wanted to master. And that was about making money. That was about money, and I did that. That happened. But if I didn't work hard, like effort wise, on that phone, like I would get to that office at 8:30 in the morning before all those marketers come to work, and I'd be just ringing and ringing and ringing and ringing and ringing. The boss used to walk past my booth and say to me, "Dean, let them have some breakfast. Let them wake up. Let them kiss their wife goodbye, mate. You don't have to ring so early. It's a bit early." And I'd be there to 5:30 every afternoon. "Dean, let them go to bed. Let them have some dinner. Let them go and have a beer at the pub. Give them a break. They'll be there tomorrow morning, and I will be here too." I used to make him aware, and I become his bestseller. But I become his bestseller through hard work. I wouldn't give up. I was like a dog with a bone. And everyone's got the ability to work hard. There's not a human being um, that hasn't got that ability. And if you're not working hard, and if you don't work hard, um, it's okay. Everyone's different. But if you don't work hard, be that in business or be that in any endeavour that you're passionate about, then it'd be hard for things to come to you to learn new skills and learn new ways. So if you procrastinate and you're aware of it, change it. It's in that you will learn something new. Have a nice evening.